What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Manny, callmemanny.com, and I'm here back with another unscripted video just specifically about my YouTube channel, just to give you all an update on some of the things that I've been working on, I suppose behind the scenes, give you an update on my YouTube channel. I haven't posted a video like this since the 17th of last month, so it's been a little over a month, and it's really kind of marked the start of like me revisiting YouTube and trying to just be consistent, active on YouTube. And if you want to just check out that video again, you can click right here. It was titled, "What Am I Doing Here?" And it really kind of just gave you an idea of what are some of the things I'm working on when it comes to YouTube. What am I trying to accomplish here, and how am I looking to navigate revisiting YouTube in a different light. So if you already watched that video and you came back here, you'll know that I've been working on a couple things on my YouTube channel, specifically around keeping ways for me to be consistent on YouTube even when I don't have new music to release. And so that includes having those Q&A videos, some stories videos, some remixes that I'll want to upload along the way, and of course my On The Way Home Music, On The Way Home Radio podcast. And so I've been doing pretty good, doing really consistent with that. I guess just to give you an update, I have had a total of almost 18,000 views since that day. Obviously not on all on my newest videos. That includes a lot of my oldest videos, and Out My Way and Falling Out of Love are a big part of that. But no, that equated to about 775 watch hours, which I know in order for me, I always think about like, okay, if I was new to YouTube and I was trying to get recertified in the YouTube Partner Program, how would I be able to do that? And I know I would need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. And I was obviously able to get into the YouTube Partner Program back in 2011 without even really thinking too much about it. The way that you did it back then was just completely different. You just kind of applied and they gave it to you or not. And so I'm always just kind of curious, like, okay, how long is it going to take me from when I started this journey to be able to technically be approved for the YouTube Partnership Program, you know, without having to think about it. So at 775 watch hours and what would be 4 times me doing this, which is essentially 4 months, I'd be able to make that 4,000 watch hours. But there's another aspect to it, and that is subscribers. And I would need to get 1,000 subscribers to be able to do that. I shouldn't even say only, I got 37 subscribers over the past, more or less a little over a month. So kind of like basically 1 subscriber a day for the most part is what I've been getting. If you even it all out, right, over the course of time, which is dope. And then, you know, if you're looking here, I'm sharing my screen real quick, made $76 in revenue. Let me make sure actually, because I'm not actually sharing my screen. Okay, so now you got a screenshot, so I can put the screenshot up there. So you'll see, okay, so I've had 17,000 views, 775 watch hours, 37 subscribers, and 76 estimated revenue over the course of a little bit over a month, which is cool. So as far as YouTube is concerned, I'm essentially on pace to make something close to like $800, $900 off of YouTube ad revenue, which is interesting. I guess it's definitely a lot more than what I was making before, just from me staying active and having some sort of communication with you on a constant basis. So that's dope, because that helps me a lot, help try to fund growth on this channel. You know, there's a couple things that I want to do, you know, obviously have a better backdrop for you, you know, invest in possibly new lenses, camera, get better at videography myself. That's something that I really want to do, to be able to produce music videos along the way, and just do things like that. See if I can upgrade my podcast. There's a lot of different things I want to do, and I want to see if I can get self-funding through my YouTube channel, essentially be able to do that. So these are some of the things that I'm working on. I've done a lot since I released that last video. So I've released, about 4 episodes of my podcast, 5 episodes actually, which have been doing good. I released a remix that I did to Jadakiss's Knock Yourself Out, something that I actually posted on my Instagram a little while ago, and I thought it could have a cool space on YouTube. I've posted some of these remixes and covers in the past, and so I kind of want to get back in that space of just releasing kind of like my own remixes and covers of songs on YouTube. And then, of course, I released my newest song, Ghost, which has been my best performing video or new video since I've released it. I have the official audio. I did the official lyric video. And then I did this new type of video, which was how I made the song to go, so you guys can get an idea of how it is that I actually make my songs and just kind of that whole process. So that's been cool. I haven't released a Q&A or a stories video in this time because I honestly wanted to. I wanted to be able to release the song and continue to release the podcast and continue to release the Q&A and the stories videos along the way. But I got really just kind of caught up with work and said, okay, let me just kind of stick to this idea, at least committing to these 2 videos a day. But I do want to kind of grow my YouTube channel to be able to do that more consistently. I will say that spending more time focused on YouTube videos as opposed to focused on Instagram or Twitter, I think has been a little bit more helpful for me. I don't know what it is. I'm far more comfortable worried about YouTube videos and podcasts and music than, about Instagram content or Twitter content that like really, in my view, Reels and TikTok and all this stuff, they last a day, almost at most. A lot of these, I feel like just these creators are pumping out new content every 4 hours. And it's like things that you did a month ago are just completely forgotten. And it's just kind of interesting to me. I don't know if it's a space that I want to completely indulge myself in, because it's like it's just so much work to stay relevant today as opposed to kind of growing and nurturing your fan bases over time. Obviously, it's working for a lot of people getting Instagram or TikTok famous over this period of time. And I have had a number of people tell me that I am making the wrong decisions by not, being active on TikTok or any of these social media channels. Because obviously it's a great way to kind of, grow your fan base and go viral. But there's like another aspect to it too that, just me personally, I'll go on TikTok and I'll see people on TikTok or artists, doing something. And I've never had, there's really only one guy, but I never really had an artist that I found on TikTok that I all of a sudden wanted to follow them on YouTube or even look up their Spotify. That's me personally. It's always just kind of been, okay, cool, next, and I don't really take that extra time to navigate. Maybe people are. Obviously, it just needs to be a percentage of people. So, I get it. I guess we'll see how the whole thing plays out. But, so that hopefully that just kind of gives you a little bit of insight of some of the things that have been going on in my mind about my whole process right now, some of the things I'm working on, some of the things that I'm doing along the way. And I'd love to get your insight. I'd love to have some more of your thoughts and your opinion. There are a number of you watching this. Like, I don't have, an insane amount of viewers, yet. Obviously, I hope that this kind of continues to grow. But, there are some of you that are obviously really paying a lot of attention to this, and I'd love to hear from you. So in the comment section, go ahead and tell me what are some of the thoughts that you have about some of the content that I've been producing on my YouTube channel. How do you feel about my podcast? How do you feel about the way I've structured my YouTube channel as a whole? How do you feel about my updated website? How do you feel about my new song, Ghost? It just feels to me like there's a lot more that I've been doing now that I've never done before. And just kind of seeing it grow naturally, over the course of time, rather than being worried about like, some super big marketing push or anything, So I think it's working. I think it's cool. It's definitely something that keeps me active, makes me feel like I am doing more to be in front of the camera. I know it's going to be really interesting for me to like look back a year from now at some of the stuff that I've been posting. Possibly be, look at it like it's completely cringy. I guess we'll see how I feel about it. But, for me, I feel like it's a cool way of me like documenting my story and documenting everything that's kind of been going on, while I've been doing everything that I'm doing. I'm still working full time. I'm still, doing everything that I have in my personal life while I'm trying to manage all of these things at the same time. So, it's been a challenge. It's been a lot of it's been a lot to work on to try to make sure that I'm maintaining all these things, you know, updating my website. That took a long time, you know, updating and making sure that I finished the song, releasing it, marketing it, uploading these YouTube videos consistently, editing, producing them, and just all the work that comes along with this process. It's definitely a lot, but I'm doing the best I can to stay consistent for you all, and to, you know, really kind of start 2021 in a different light than I did in 2020. Okay, so just kind of that idea. Maybe that's something I'll talk about in my next podcast episode. How I set my goals, because I set my goals based on my birthday, which is right around the corner. Actually, it's within a month. I didn't really think about that, but I set my goals on my birthday, and which reminds me now I got to revisit some of the goals that I had for this year, and see how I did, and then set my new goals for next year. And so it's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll get started on that and kind of walk you through that process in my next podcast episode. So love it. Hey, thank you so much for watching. You know, it means the world to me, and I truly appreciate it. Share this video with one friend, and as always, be great.